The deep void of space was silent, almost too silent. Only the faint hum of distant stars and the occasional burst of cosmic radiation filled the emptiness. Humanity had grown quiet too, their presence barely noticeable among the countless civilizations that stretched across the galaxy. For decades, humans had remained hidden, careful observers, cataloging, learning, and silently preparing. But today, something would change. On the bridge of the human flagship Eclipse, Captain Alara Vance leaned forward, eyes fixed on the holographic display before her. The display flickered with countless signals, each representing a world, a fleet, or a beacon of communication. Her crew worked in tense synchronization, hands moving across touch panels and voice commands. They were all seasoned veterans, the best humanity had to offer. And yet, even they felt the weight of what was about to happen. "Captain," Lieutenant Rin said, his voice barely a whisper, "we're receiving a transmission. It's not encrypted, and it's addressed to us." Alara's brow furrowed. Humans were not often sought out. Most species considered them irrelevant, even primitive. Yet here, in the middle of the Celestis expanse, a voice from the Galactic Council's central network spoke directly to them. "Open it," she commanded. The hologram shifted, revealing a crystalline figure, shimmering like light trapped in ice. Its voice was cold, formal, and trembling with urgency. "Humans, we misjudged you. Your silence, your restraint, it was a mistake. The galaxy is in chaos. We need your guidance." A murmur ran across the bridge. Crew members exchanged glances, disbelief and tension written across their faces. Humanity had always been underestimated, mocked even, by species that thought they were advanced. Yet now, the same galaxy that ignored them for centuries was begging for help. "Show me the coordinates," Alara said, her voice calm but resolute. The lieutenant tapped a series of commands, and a star system appeared on the display. It was burning, literally. Worlds were collapsing, fleets reduced to debris, and colonies that had thrived for centuries were now silent tombs. "Is this real?" one of the crew whispered. Alara did not answer immediately. She stared at the display, seeing the devastation, the fear, and the chaos. The galaxy had underestimated humans for too long, and now it would pay the price for its arrogance. "Prepare the fleet," she finally said. "We are going in. Set course for the Cerulean Rift. Maximum speed. And alert every sector, this is no longer a secret." The crew moved with precision, knowing the importance of what lay ahead. Ships powered up, engines ignited, and the Eclipse surged forward, cutting through the dark like a blade. As the human fleet approached the Cerulean Rift, sensors picked up hundreds of alien warships. They were massive, terrifying constructs, bristling with weapons and shields that most civilizations believed could withstand any assault. Yet, the humans did not flinch. They had prepared, studied, and evolved in ways the galaxy had never expected. "Shields at full, weapons primed," Alara said. "Remember what we are. Remember what we represent." Her words were not for the crew alone. Somewhere, across the void, the aliens could feel the tension radiating from the human fleet. There was something different about them, an aura of confidence, of unstoppable purpose. Suddenly, the communication channels lit up. Holographic messages from dozens of alien commanders demanded to know why humans had entered the sector. They shouted, they threatened, and they tried to intimidate. Alara's response was simple. She activated the fleet-wide broadcast, and her voice echoed across the void, calm, unwavering, and powerful. "This is humanity. We speak for the first and last time in your conflict. Stand down, or witness the consequences." Silence followed. Not a single ship moved. Not a single voice responded. The aliens had never heard a tone like this, commanding yet serene, deadly yet restrained. They did not understand humans, and now, in the vast emptiness of space, they would learn their mistake. Somewhere deep inside the Cerulean Rift, unknown to anyone, a pulse began to spread, a resonance of energy unlike anything the galaxy had seen. The humans were no longer silent observers. They had arrived, and the galaxy would soon realize that underestimating humanity had been the gravest mistake of all. Alara watched the alien fleet through the viewport. Her eyes were calm, but her mind raced. This was only the beginning. When humanity spoke, the galaxy listened, or it would pay the price. And in that moment, the silence of space was shattered, replaced by a new truth. The galaxy had finally awakened a force it could neither ignore nor defeat. The alien fleet hung in space like a shadow over dying stars, waiting, tense, and uncertain. Their weapons shimmered, ready to strike, but none dared move. Every captain, every commander, felt something they had never experienced before. Fear. Not the fear of defeat, but the fear of what humanity could do. Captain Alara Vance stood on the bridge of the eclipse, her hands resting lightly on the console. She did not shout, she did not panic. Calmly, she scanned the enemy formations. Hundreds of warships, each a fortress in the void, yet all trembling under a quiet pressure that humans carried naturally. "Lieutenant Rin," she said softly, "open a secure channel. I want to speak to their flagship commander." The lieutenant hesitated. "Captain, are you sure? They might see it as a threat." Alara shook her head. "They are already scared. We are not here to provoke. We are here to end this." The display flickered, and a colossal alien vessel appeared. Its hull was jagged, like a crystal mountain floating in the void. A deep voice, harsh and mechanical, rumbled across the channel. "Human, why do you come here? You are weak, insignificant. Leave, or be destroyed." Alara stepped forward. Her voice was calm, firm, and clear. "We come not as conquerors, nor as diplomats. We come because you have failed to see reason. The galaxy is dying, and your arrogance caused it. Stand down, or humanity will act to protect what must survive." The alien commander laughed, a sound that shook the very air around their fleet. "Protect? You? Against all of us? You are alone, human. Your threats are meaningless." Alara's eyes narrowed. "You think we are alone? Wait and see." At that moment, thousands of human ships emerged from hidden positions, previously cloaked by advanced technology. They appeared like stars falling into formation, surrounding the alien fleet. Weapons glowed, energy shields hummed, and the sheer scale of the human armada stunned the enemy. "Impossible," the alien commander whispered. "Where did they come from?" Alara's lips curved into a small, calm smile. "We are not what you expected. We are what you ignored." The alien fleet faltered. Ships wavered in position, unsure who to target first. Many commanders began arguing, panic spreading like wildfire. Their systems had never detected such stealth, such coordination. And more importantly, they had never faced humans who did not hesitate, who did not falter, who were patient and precise. Below deck on the Eclipse, engineers worked quickly, calibrating weapons and energy pulses. Scientists monitored alien shields, analyzing weaknesses in real time. Every human ship was connected, every mind and machine in sync, creating a force the galaxy had never imagined. "Captain," Rin said, "they are trying to regroup, but the fleet is breaking apart. Their morale is collapsing." Alara nodded. "Good. Let them see us clearly. But hold fire. This is a warning. Let them understand what happens if they resist further." From the alien flagship, a massive energy pulse shot into space, designed to test the human fleet's shields. It struck with fury, ripping through a distant asteroid belt, but when it hit the humans, nothing happened. Their shields absorbed, redirected, and amplified the energy, sending a brilliant shockwave back toward the aliens. Ships exploded, one by one, not from the humans, but from the chaos of their own formation collapsing. The aliens had never seen technology like this, strategy like this, or willpower like this. Alara turned to her crew. "This is just the beginning. The galaxy underestimated us, but no more. We will show them the cost of arrogance. We will protect life, even if they do not deserve it." In the distance, a small alien scout tried to escape, sending frantic messages to call reinforcements. But the human fleet moved faster, closing in with precision. Every signal they sent was intercepted, every movement anticipated. It was as if the humans could see the future, as if they were not just ships, but an unstoppable force of nature. And somewhere, far beyond the chaos, a faint pulse of energy rippled through the stars, a signal only humans could detect. It was a warning, a call, and a promise. Humanity had arrived, fully, and the galaxy would never be the same. The aliens had one choice left: surrender, retreat, or face complete annihilation. And even as they debated, the humans did not wait. They moved forward, silent, calm, and deadly, proving one truth that no one in the galaxy would forget. When humanity decides to speak, it speaks only once, and it is final. The alien commanders had never experienced fear like this before. Their warships trembled under the weight of a human presence they could not comprehend. Messages from every corner of the Cerulean Rift scrambled in panic. Fleet after fleet sent desperate calls, begging for reinforcements that would never arrive in time. Captain Alara Vance stood on the bridge of the Eclipse, calm as ever. Her eyes scanned the chaos unfolding in front of her. The alien ships had no coordination left. Their formations were collapsing, their energy pulses faltering. The humans were everywhere, moving in perfect harmony, unstoppable and precise. "Captain," Lieutenant Rin said, pointing to a cluster of alien battleships breaking through the far edge of the rift. "They're trying to regroup and escape. We can't let them get out." Alara's lips curved into a small, sharp smile. "Prepare the intercept. Maximum acceleration. No hesitation." As the human ships surged forward, the alien commanders realized the full scope of what they faced. These were not just battleships. These were humans, trained and evolved, using strategy and intuition that no machine or AI could predict. Every move they made was calculated, every decision executed perfectly. The alien fleets had never fought a species like this, and the realization hit them hard. They had underestimated humanity for centuries, and that mistake would cost them everything. Far above, in the Eclipse's command deck, scientists monitored a new anomaly. The Cerulean Rift itself seemed to react to the human fleet. Energy readings spiked, strange gravitational waves rippled through space, and tiny bursts of unknown power pulsed from the rift's heart. "Captain," one of the scientists said, eyes wide, "I've never seen anything like this. It's responding to us." Alara's gaze remained steady. "It's always been waiting for the right species. We are that species." The alien ships, desperate and cornered, fired everything they had. Massive beams of energy tore through space, creating blinding explosions. But the humans did not falter. Their shields held, their ships moved with impossible speed, and their weapons retaliated with precision, dismantling enemy vessels one by one. In the chaos, a small alien vessel broke formation and attempted to flee toward the outer edge of the rift. Its commander was frantic, screaming orders that made no sense. But before it could escape, a human ship appeared silently behind it, cutting off its path. A single pulse of energy disabled its engines, and the alien vessel drifted helplessly into the void. "Bring it aboard," Alara ordered. "We need answers." As the crew worked, the alien pilot's defiance turned to fear. He had believed humanity was weak, that they could be intimidated or destroyed with brute force. Now, helplessly restrained, he realized the truth. Humans were not just warriors, they were a force that thought faster, moved faster, and endured longer than anything in the galaxy. The bridge fell silent for a moment as the alien fleet reeled from their losses. Alara turned to her crew, her expression calm but commanding. "We have shown them what humanity can do. But this is not vengeance. This is warning. The galaxy will learn one thing today: underestimate humans, and you will pay." Somewhere deep in the Cerulean Rift, an ancient energy stirred. A pulse of light, brighter than any star, began to spread outward. Humans sensed it, reacting immediately to its presence. The rift had always been mysterious, considered a dangerous anomaly by every known species. Now, it seemed to awaken at humanity's arrival. "Captain," Rin said, voice tense, Whatever this is, it's growing. I've never seen anything like it. Alara's eyes gleamed with understanding. It's a force the galaxy has ignored for too long. And now, it's ours to wield. Outside, the remaining alien fleets began to retreat. Fear had taken hold, even their bravest commanders could not face the humans head-on. Ships scattered, abandoning formations, leaving entire sectors unguarded. Humanity did not pursue recklessly. They moved with patience, precision, and quiet authority, ensuring that no world under threat would be left unprotected. And in that moment, across the silent void, a single truth echoed. When humanity spoke, it was final. Not because they shouted the loudest, not because they wielded the most firepower, but because they had arrived at a point no other species could match. Mastery, patience, and unity beyond comprehension. The galaxy would never forget this day. The galaxy was trembling, though few could see it. From the far reaches of the Cerulean Rift to the outer colonies, whispers of humanity's arrival spread faster than any fleet could travel. Every alien system, every council chamber, and every fleet command now shared the same fear. Humans were not just here, they were decisive, unstoppable, and unpredictable. On the bridge of the eclipse, Captain Alara Vance observed the aftermath of the battle. Ships that had once seemed invincible now floated in silence, wrecked and drifting. Her crew worked quietly, tending to minor repairs, recalibrating sensors, and scanning the remains for survivors. They were professionals, disciplined and focused, yet even they could feel the weight of what humanity had just achieved. "Captain," Lieutenant Rin said, pointing to a section of the rift, "there's a massive energy spike coming from the core. It's unusual. It's almost alive." Alara stepped closer to the display, her eyes narrowing. She had studied the Cerulean Rift for years, knew its legends and mysteries, but nothing had prepared her for this. The energy pulse grew brighter, more intense, and it seemed to resonate with the human fleet, synchronizing in a way that defied logic. "It's responding to us," she said quietly. "It's as if it has been waiting for humanity all along." Suddenly, a transmission crackled through the bridge's audio channels. Unlike the panicked messages from the alien fleets, this one was calm, deliberate, and resonant with authority. "Humans, you have awakened what was meant to remain dormant. The Cerulean Rift is not just a void. It is a guardian, a force older than your galaxy. And it has recognized your presence." The bridge fell silent. The voice was not alien, it was something else entirely, something ancient and powerful. Crew members exchanged uncertain glances. Alara's mind raced. She had heard stories, myths whispered through human history, about forces that existed beyond time and comprehension. Could it be? Could the rift itself be alive? "Prepare for contact," Alara ordered. "But maintain full defensive protocols. We do not know its intentions." As the human fleet held position, the energy pulse from the rift expanded outward, surrounding the ships in a shimmering halo of light. It was mesmerizing, beautiful, and terrifying all at once. Some crew members felt a strange warmth, a sensation that resonated deep in their minds, almost like understanding. "Captain," Rin said, voice tight with awe, "it's communicating without words. I can feel it, like it's sharing visions, warnings, and knowledge all at once." Alara closed her eyes for a moment, focusing. The pulse carried fragments of history, battles fought long before humans walked among the stars, warnings of civilizations that had tried to control the galaxy and failed, and a promise that those who respected balance could survive. The alien fleets, scattered and hiding, were watching too. They had fled the human assault, but they were drawn to the rift's awakening. From their vantage points, they saw the human fleet enveloped in radiant energy, shields flickering in patterns that seemed almost magical. Fear replaced arrogance. The aliens understood one horrifying truth: humanity did not just fight with ships and weapons, they had awakened something far greater than themselves. "Signal the council," Alara said. "Tell them we do not seek conquest. We seek balance. But anyone who attacks humanity, or life itself, will face consequences beyond their imagination." The fleet moved in perfect unison, guided not only by human strategy but now by the mysterious force within the rift. Alien ships tried to regroup, but the humans anticipated every maneuver. One by one, enemy vessels either surrendered or were neutralized, never wasted, always precise. Humanity's reputation grew instantly, silent, powerful, and merciless when necessary. And then, the pulse intensified. A massive wave of energy shot from the rift, enveloping distant star systems, reaching even the core of alien space. Ships reported strange phenomena, shields strengthening, weapons amplifying, and even failing technologies beginning to function again. The galaxy itself seemed to bend to humanity's arrival, responding as if recognizing its rightful protectors. Alara's calm voice cut through the bridge. This is the moment we prove we are more than observers. We are guardians, not tyrants. And the galaxy must understand, humans speak once, and the message is final. Somewhere deep in the rift, a hidden structure, older than any known civilization, began to glow. Its purpose, long forgotten, was awakening alongside the humans. And in that moment, the universe understood a truth that would echo across time. When humanity spoke, it was not just with words or weapons. It spoke with destiny itself. The alien fleets trembled. Their leaders whispered fears they could not share. The galaxy, vast and ancient, had finally encountered a force it could not ignore. And for the first time in history, silence was broken, not by fear, but by the undeniable authority of humanity. The cerulean rift pulsed like a living heartbeat, its energy rippling across the human fleet. Every ship glowed faintly under the mysterious light, weapons humming with power far beyond human engineering. Captain Alara Vance stood on the bridge of the eclipse, eyes scanning the distant horizon. She knew the galaxy was watching. Every species, every fleet, every council member understood one undeniable fact. Humanity had arrived, and they had awakened something unimaginable. "Captain," Lieutenant Rin said, his voice tight, "sensors are picking up hundreds of alien fleets approaching from the outer sectors. They've realized we're not just here, they're coming to stop us." Alara's eyes narrowed, calm but sharp. "Let them come. We are ready. Position the fleet strategically. Hold nothing back." The approaching alien fleets were massive, even larger than those they had faced before. Each vessel bristled with weapons, shields glowing ominously, and commanders desperate to reclaim lost honor. They believed sheer numbers would overwhelm the humans. They had not yet learned that humanity fought differently. Smarter, faster, and with a patience no algorithm or war council could predict. "Deploy drones to flank their approach," Alara commanded. "Activate auxiliary shields and synchronize with the rift's energy flow. Every ship, every system, follow my orders precisely." The human fleet moved as one. Drones darted like silver streaks, confusing sensors and scattering enemy formations. The alien fleet surged forward, confident in their firepower, yet hesitant under the subtle pressure radiating from the humans. Every step, every tactic, seemed anticipated, as if the humans had already seen the outcome before the battle even began. In the heart of the rift, the ancient energy structure pulsed brighter, almost sentient in its guidance. Humans could feel it, sensing strategies in ways words could not describe. Weapons charged faster, shields strengthened under pressure, and the alien fleet stumbled under the unexpected coordination. "Captain," Rin said, voice tight with awe, "it's like the rift itself is fighting with us." Alara's lips curled into a small, determined smile. "Then let it. Humanity will guide it, and together, we will show the galaxy the cost of arrogance." Suddenly, a massive alien warship broke through the perimeter, weapons blazing, determined to destroy the eclipse. Its energy beams struck shields with thunderous force, sending shockwaves across nearby ships. The human fleet held, moving in perfect synchronization, redirecting energy, countering attacks, and neutralizing threats with precision. "Target their command vessel," Alara ordered. One strike, efficient, clean, decisive. A human interceptor streaked forward, invisible until the last moment, and delivered a pulse of energy that disabled the alien flagship. Explosions rocked the enemy formation, and panic spread like wildfire. Commanders shouted, orders conflicted, and the once formidable armada began to crumble. "Focus on containment, not destruction," Alara instructed. We are not here to annihilate the galaxy. We are here to protect it. Even as chaos unfolded, the rift pulsed brighter, reacting to every movement of the human fleet. It seemed alive, ancient, and aware, guiding humanity through a battle that no species had ever survived. Some alien captains tried to flee, but the humans anticipated every move. Drones intercepted escape routes, and ships strategically blocked corridors, leaving no room for retreat. From the far edge of the battle, whispers of fear spread among the alien fleets. They are not just humans, one commander muttered. They have something we do not understand. They are not mortal, they are destiny. Alara watched the battle unfold, her calm presence unwavering. Every action, every order, was precise. She knew the galaxy would remember this day, not as a human victory, but as a revelation. Humanity was not to be underestimated. They were patient, calculated, and unstoppable when protecting life and balance. And then, the rift pulsed one final time, sending a wave of energy that engulfed the entire battlefield. Shields flared, weapons amplified, and alien fleets staggered under the force of something beyond comprehension. The message was clear: humanity was no longer a passive observer. They had spoken, and the galaxy had no choice but to listen. As silence fell over the shattered fleets, Alara stood tall on the bridge. The stars outside shimmered differently now, touched by the ancient power of the rift and the undeniable authority of humanity. "This is only the beginning," she said softly. "The galaxy will remember who we are, and never forget the day humanity spoke its final message." The battlefield lay silent, but only for a heartbeat. The remnants of alien fleets drifted like broken statues through the void, their commanders scrambling to comprehend the devastation. The humans did not celebrate, they did not gloat. They were calm, precise, and ready for whatever came next. Captain Alara Vance stood on the bridge of the eclipse, watching the distant stars shimmer under the rift's energy. The ancient pulse continued, a rhythm that resonated with humanity itself. It was as if the galaxy had opened its eyes, finally aware of a force it had ignored for too long. "Captain," Lieutenant Rin said, scanning incoming signals, "we're receiving a distress call. Not from a fleet. From the Council itself. They want to negotiate." Alara's eyes narrowed. The Galactic Council had always been a body of arrogance and bureaucracy, believing themselves untouchable. Now, desperation had replaced pride. "Put them through," she said. A holographic projection flickered to life. The council representatives appeared as usual, tall, imposing, and adorned in ceremonial garb. But their expressions were different this time. Fear, uncertainty, and something else, respect. "Humans," the council's leader began, voice trembling, "your arrival has changed everything. We misjudged you. The galaxy is in chaos, and we require your guidance. Please, help us restore order." Alara's expression was calm, almost unreadable. She looked at her crew, then back at the projection. "We did not come here to govern. We did not come here to conquer. We came to protect life. And to teach the galaxy a lesson it has ignored for too long: underestimate humanity at your own peril." The council representatives swallowed hard. They had heard rumors, whispers of human might, but seeing it firsthand was different. The eclipse alone was terrifying, and the fleet behind it, unstoppable. And the rift's power, ancient, untouchable, and aligned with humanity, made them feel helpless. Meanwhile, sensors picked up new anomalies. Alien fleets that had fled earlier were regrouping, but they were cautious. Fear ran deeper than strategy now. Every commander knew that a direct confrontation with humanity was no longer a gamble, it was a death sentence. "Captain," Rin said, "the rift, it's changing. Its energy is expanding. Entire systems are being affected. Even distant colonies are reporting strange phenomena: shields strengthening, technology stabilizing, even failing fleets being restored. This is beyond anything we've seen." Alara nodded. "Good. Let the galaxy witness it. Let them understand that humanity does not fight for power, but for balance. And those who threaten life will be reminded of their mistakes. In the cerulean rift, the pulse of energy grew, rippling outward like a wave. Ships caught in its flow moved faster, shields reinforced, and weapons amplified. It was as if the rift itself recognized humanity as a protector, a force meant to guide and defend. The council, humbled, finally spoke again. "Humans, what do you ask in return?" Alara's voice was steady, unwavering. "Nothing. Only that the galaxy remembers, we are not to be underestimated. We are patient, we are precise, and when we speak, our message is final." Outside the rift, alien fleets attempted one last desperate maneuver. They launched a coordinated strike, aiming to overwhelm the humans with sheer numbers. But every move was anticipated. Interceptors blocked escape routes, drones disrupted communications, and the rift's energy synchronized with human defenses. Alien ships faltered, engines failing, shields collapsing. One by one, enemy vessels surrendered. One by one, commanders realized they had misjudged humanity entirely. Alara watched silently as the galaxy shifted. The Council's fear turned to cautious respect. The aliens' arrogance had been broken, and the human fleet, guided by the ancient power of the cerulean rift, remained calm, disciplined, and unyielding. "Prepare for the final phase," Alara said. "We will secure the cerulean rift, stabilize these sectors, and ensure life continues. Humanity speaks only once, and today, the galaxy has heard its message loud and clear." A distant pulse echoed through space, resonating with every human vessel. The ancient force, awakened and aligned with humanity, confirmed what they had already proven: the galaxy would never underestimate them again. And somewhere in the silent void, the stars themselves seemed to shimmer brighter, as if acknowledging that a new era had begun, an era where humanity had finally spoken, and the galaxy had realized its mistake. The galaxy held its breath. Systems that had once been silent under alien control now stirred with life. Entire fleets waited, uncertain, as humanity's presence solidified into a force no one could ignore. Captain Alara Vance stood on the bridge of the Eclipse, calm and composed. Every crew member shared her focus. They knew history was being written, and they were at its center. "Captain," Lieutenant Rin said, pointing at distant energy readings, "the rift is reaching full resonance. Its power, it's beyond comprehension. Entire sectors are affected, and it's aligning with our fleet perfectly." Alara's eyes narrowed, a quiet intensity burning in them. "Good. That means we're ready. The galaxy has had its chance to understand humanity. Now, it will witness our full measure." Across the cerulean rift, the remaining alien forces regrouped for a final desperate attack. Ships bristled with weapons, commanders shouted, and orders clashed in chaotic confusion. They had never faced humans like this, an entire fleet perfectly synchronized, guided by intuition, strategy, and something far greater, the power of the ancient rift itself. The first wave struck. Massive energy beams collided with human shields, sending ripples across the void. But the humans did not flinch. Their shields adapted instantly, absorbing and redirecting the energy. Human interceptors darted through the chaos, neutralizing threats with surgical precision. Alien ships faltered, engines failing, shields collapsing. Panic spread across the enemy ranks like wildfire. "Target the command vessels," Alara ordered. "One strike, efficient and decisive. Do not destroy unnecessarily, only demonstrate what happens to those who threaten life." A single pulse of energy, amplified by the rift, swept across the battlefield. Alien flagships shuddered, systems failing one by one. Commanders realized too late that they had been outmatched not by numbers or firepower alone, but by strategy, unity, and something almost mystical in humanity's control. From the far edge of the rift, the ancient structure glowed brighter than any star. It seemed alive, resonating with the human fleet, amplifying their will, and responding to Alara's calm, commanding presence. Humans moved as one with the rift, every action precise, every movement synchronized. The remaining alien fleets began to retreat, scattering like leaves in a storm. "Captain," Rin said, voice tense but awed. "They're fleeing." The galaxy, It's watching. We've broken their arrogance. Alara's gaze remained fixed on the void. Let them remember this moment. Let every world know that humanity speaks once, and its message is final. The Galactic Council representatives appeared on the bridge's holocom. Their faces were pale, eyes wide, filled with awe and respect. Humans, their leader said, voice trembling, the galaxy, the Council, we have been wrong. You have shown us a force we could not imagine, a will we cannot oppose. We ask for your guidance, your protection. Alara stepped forward. Her voice was calm, resolute, and echoed across every comm channel. We will protect life, she said. Not for glory. Not for conquest. But know this, the galaxy must respect life, balance, and the price of arrogance. Humanity will act decisively when needed. We speak once, and the outcome is final. Outside, the cerulean rift pulsed one last time, sending a brilliant wave of energy that washed across entire sectors. Alien ships shuddered, fleets faltered, and colonies once under threat stabilized. The rift itself seemed to acknowledge humanity as its guardian, a force capable of shaping the galaxy for the better. The humans remained silent, calm, and precise. They had arrived, they had acted, and they had left no doubt, the galaxy would never underestimate them again. Somewhere in the void, distant stars shimmered differently, as if bearing witness. The era of humanity had truly begun. And as Captain Alara Vance looked out into the infinite expanse, she allowed herself a small smile. The message was clear, the warning undeniable, and the galaxy would remember this day for millennia. When humanity spoke, the galaxy realized its mistake.